heartfelt apologies at this ungodly hour to the neighbours. 22:22. Floodlights should be off. Apologies for that. We'll try and make Strikers a Key a speedy affair, almost as speedy as my heart rate at the moment after this evening's scintillating 3-2 win against Woking. In front of the BT cameras, the professionals over here taking down their gear to the right-hand side, asking themselves, what on earth is taking place to my left? Well, we're about to find out. It would be nice to find out, wouldn't it, at some point? But the pulses are racing this evening, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure they are at home for everybody who watched the coverage of tonight's match. These games are always really, really difficult at the business end of the season, and to come through that in the manner in which we did, hugely enjoyable, hugely satisfying. Massive congratulations to the players and management staff. We're back up to the summit of the National League table. 3 games to go, 3 really tough games, but wow, what a position to be in. Onwards now to Saturday to Maidenhead United for the next chapter in this extraordinary story in the history of this football club. Let's see where it takes us. And so, to the business ahead for this evening. Strikers are Key draw 20. Now, like the 213 bus, one came along last Saturday and we were getting rather excited as ball 40 was pulled out of the purple velvet bag owned by Daughters and Friends, Shan Hermitage, Pat Carr and Dave Fairbrother, but unfortunately Rambo was unable to open the safe on their behalf, and now we roll over to an incredible 10th draw. We've had 9 consecutive draws without the safe being open. This is the 10th time lucky, or is it? We're about to find out. So draw number 20 is the penultimate draw of the season, of course, and after 4 successful openings of the safe in the first 10 attempts, nothing, absolutely nothing since. So is it tonight that's going to be the night? Who is it going to be who's going to be your draw maker? And the heart rate is just slowing down now, so we're easing into this Tuesday evening, everybody. Well, it gives me considerable pleasure to welcome to the Strikers Are Key stage this evening another new face to the draw, but certainly not a new face to this amazing football club of ours. Someone who's been involved down here for a very long time, at least 20 years or more, sitting on our management committee, doing the very important job of commercial manager for the last 10 seasons, bringing in that all-important income from sponsors and advertisers and other business partners. It gives me enormous pleasure to welcome to the Strikers Are Key stage, way past his bedtime as well, but it's only Graham Baker. Graham, sir. Lovely to see you. Now, of course, you should have been doing the draw on Saturday, but you had to go home for your tea,
I did, yeah. You're right there.
Yeah. So, did you enjoy that? A nice, comfortable 3-2 win this evening?
No, yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Some great goals from the boys.
Weren't they
Excellent.
just? Yeah.
Excellent.
And of course, 2 of the goals this evening count towards the amount in the safe. And on Saturday, we had £2,600 in there. That's gone up to 2,800 plus the 2 goals from the Strikers this evening, making the grand total that you may make someone's evening £2,900 in the safe, Graham.
Very nice.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, absolutely fabulous.
Now, as commercial manager, you'll appreciate those kind of sums and how important they are.
Yes, absolutely.
It must have been extremely difficult in COVID world, being commercial manager. It's a difficult job as it is, but in COVID
we've been
world,
very lucky with our sponsors. They've been very loyal. We haven't really lost hardly anybody at all. They've all stuck with us, which has been absolutely fabulous. And of course, including our main sponsor, who's renewed for next year, which is fantastic. So
brilliant.
Thanks to Angel Plastics again.
Yeah, and all our other sponsors and advertisers and business
others.
partners,
Absolutely.
Angel Plastics, fantastic
hundreds
partner
of them
ours.
we have now. We have hundreds of business partners.
It's almost a full-time job as a volunteer for you on this, Graham, I know.
It is a full-time job.
And you have a team of people, obviously, you're working with you as well.
So Roy and Jason help me out on the way.
Yeah.
But it's there's a lot of work between the 3 of us.
Fabulous amount of work, and without it, obviously, this club is not going to be able to function in the way that we would like it to. So,
absolutely
a million thanks from everybody on that side. because it is a labour of love.
It's very enjoyable.
Huge labour of love, and it's hard work, and it's building those partnerships that's so important, and that's of course what this football club is all about, isn't it? It's those partnerships, that essence of what we are.
Yeah, we have a very high ratio of renewals, which is really good.
Fantastic.
It doesn't tend to be that way.
Fantastic.
So that's good.
Brilliant. Now, on to the business in hand before we get complaints from the neighbours about the time of the night that these lights are still on. As I say, there's £2,900 in the safe this evening. Fortunately, my iPad illuminates the draw numbers here so I can actually see them. I have made sure everything is clean. I'm just going to make sure the safe is nicely locked up. This is the 10th time, or the nine consecutive occasions where the safe hasn't been opened. Is it going to be 10th time lucky, or are we going to move on to the last draw of the season for this safe, finally to be cracked? Miss Parsimony herself, standing there looking obdurate before us all this evening. Is she going to relieve herself of the contents this evening or not? In your hands.
Shall I go for it?
Purple velvet bag.
Let's go for it.
Have a rummage round. Show the ball in this dark May night to James and the camera.
Number 22.
Number 22. Confirmed as number 22. Okay, number 22 is the first time out for ball number 22 for quite some time, and there'll be names that Hughes fans will be very familiar with. They call themselves the Boys from La Curva, which is what they call their place over there in the far corner. The Boys from La Curva, consisting of Philip D, Stephen Green, Paul Hawkins and Gareth Saunders. Now, Phil D, we obviously know very well, as well as the other three, indeed. They're regulars here for all our functions, support the club amazingly, as indeed have everybody in the 50 syndicates that we have before me. Which of these four venerable gentlemen would you like to be this evening, Graham? Phil, Steve, Paul or Gareth?
I don't know really any of them that well, Adrian.
Make it Phil. Phil,
I got it,
Phil, yeah,
got it.
Phil.
All right, yeah, I'm Phil.
You're Philip D this evening now.
I'm Phil.
Aha. When he's watching this, he's now going to be starting just to get a little bit anxious, like kind of post 87th minute. Free kick coming over, 94th minute. He's only added 3 minutes, but the 94th minute is there and the ball's bobbling around the box. That's how Phil D is feeling at the minute. £2,900, the Boys from La Curva. Let's just check all 4 keys are in the bag. There they all are. 4 keys, 4 keys. Only one of them opens the safe. Give that a good rummage around. Hand it over to Mr. Baker. He's going to pick one of them out. I'll put that back into the drawer on
Here we go.
Saturday week.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Pick one out
on the floor.
And chuck the thing over to me here. And if it's the right one, pointy bit to the top. And
you're going to tell me that you've got the key there, aren't you?
give it another go, actually. Give it another go, sir. Point a bit to the top, turn the wheel to the right.
No, mate, unless you want to try.
I'll take this key, same key.
He'll open it, you watch.
Point a bit to the top, turn it to the right, and the Boys from La Curva. I've only gone and won £2,900. Which is quite extraordinary. The Midas touch. Well, it wasn't the Midas touch because you couldn't actually open the thing.
No, I couldn't, no.
But that notwithstanding, there it is. Boys from La Curva, Philip D, Stephen Green, Paul Hawkins and Gareth Saunders have just won £2,900, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Fabulous. Thanks to Graham for conducting the draw this evening. Well done to the Boys from La Curva. Fantastic. We're going to move on to the last draw of the season, which will obviously still take place, but obviously we start again. So we have £200 in that draw on Saturday week against Hartlepool, when watch out on the website and social media channels for all the news for the accommodation of supporters that we're, fingers crossed, hoping for a number to be confirmed very soon from our licensing officer at the London Borough of Sutton. More news on that. It might be a very short time between the time when it's going to be announced to the actual date of the game, because obviously TV schedules may or may not get involved depending upon what happens between now and then as well. So please keep an eye out on all of that, because we're going to have a very quick turnaround for the accommodation of supporters and the ticketing arrangements for that match. And we'll keep people informed on the website and on social media channels throughout, and we'll also let people know when we're going to be able to release details of that match. What a match that could be for everybody who's got Sutton United at their hearts on Saturday week at home to Hartlepool. Our last scheduled home league game of the season. Who knows what that might bring for everybody involved with this football club. As far as Strikers are Key is concerned, the boys from the Curva are going to be down here, hopefully. £2,900 better off. We're going to move on to the final draw, and that £200 plus any other goals that are scored in the matches against Maidenhead and Hartlepool will be added to the safe, and that prize must be won too. So if the first key doesn't open, it's discarded, and we go again until the safe is open and that final amount is won. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the late hour this evening, everybody. I know it's way past your bedtime. Congratulations again. Well done to everyone involved in this. I'm sure the heart rate for everyone involved with Sutton United this evening is just about calming down now. We move on to Maidenhead. Ever more important that we're all in this together, shouting and screaming from wherever we are. We'll obviously there'll be streaming from Maidenhead. There's MixLR coverage live too from the game on Saturday. And all of us, it's forever amber. See you then.